Hey guys and gals, this is Radar Roy from RadarDetector.org, and I'm so glad you could join me today. What we're going to be doing is re-updating an earlier video we did a number of years ago on how to hardwire your radar detector. The reason we're updating it because there's been some new technology come out like Escort Live. Also, a lot of questions we've had about that particular video, so we're going to be adding some of those frequently most asked questions into this video. And again, this is going to be applicable to installing the Escort Live direct wire cord, but this video you could follow to install any type of radar detector. You can even use this to install a car stereo if you like. And the radar detector we're going to be installing in this video is new Escort Max. Okay, the first thing I want you guys to do, all right, is to get the manual for your vehicle. I'm driving a Ford 350, what we're going to be installing in this today. So grab your manual, and you're going to want to open up to the page that has the information about your fuses. Okay, why is this so important? Because first off, you're going to need to know exactly what size fuses you have. The fuses come in different sizes. This is here in this video, right here in my hand, I have the larger size fuse. Now my truck, the SF350, uses the mini fuse. All right, so you want to go out and make sure you get the right stuff for the vehicle before you start tearing your truck apart. You also want to look in here and find out where the accessories are for your car that turn off when you turn your car off, meaning that there's not going to be any power to that. Reason being is that when you turn your car off and you're going to be installing this radar detector, is you want your radar detector to turn off. You don't want to come back to your vehicle a couple days later and have a dead battery because your radar detector ate all the juice. So after you find out what fuse you're going to be replacing and exactly what size fuses, I recommend you go to your local automotive store and buy one of these. These are really cool. It's called an circuit, and again, they have them in the various sizes depending on what fuses you have. Now, after you figure out what fuse you're going to replace, in this video we're going to be tapping into our car stereo. You're going to remove the fuse from your fuse panel. And you're going to look at this here, right here, and you're going to see that there's going to be two ports. One port has a cable that's coming out from it, and the port that has right underneath that cable, this is going to be where we're going to be hooking up the radar detector. So whatever fuse you took out from your vehicle, you're going to want to plug that in to port number one, the one without the wire. Follow me so far? All right. The next port is going to be for your radar detector. Now, a lot of questions I have is what size fuse should I put in here? Well, and what I'm going to recommend, guys, is that you keep the fuse, the inline fuse that comes with your radar detector, your car stereo, because they're typically about a 2.5 amp fuse. You're not going to want to put a fuse smaller than that in there, but in this video, I'm going to use a 10 amp fuse. All right. So I'm just going to take another 10 amp fuse and I'm going to plug it right here into that second slot. Now I'm going to take my power wire. Now this is not the actual wire from the Escort Live, but you can kind of get the idea what I'm doing here. All right, there's going to be two wires. There's going to be a red wire and a black wire. The red wire is your positive wire, and your black wire is the ground. Now you have your circuit here with the little thing on it right here. You're just going to put that right in there, and then you're going to get your crimping tool. And it's usually easier if you're sitting on a table to do this rather than sitting in the car. But then what you're going to do is take your crimping tool and just crimp that down, okay? Now after you crimp that down, you're going to have that black wire, all right? And that black wire is going to be your ground, and we're going to be installing that. Now after you have your cable here, you're going to go down to your fuse box, and whatever fuse you took out, you're going to be plugging your circuit back in there. Then you're going to take your black wire, and you're going to find a nut or a bolt that's connected to the frame of your vehicle, unscrew it, and then put that bolt right through this little hole and tighten it down. Now you have your power. All right. Now we're going to be installing the Escort Live in this video. So this is the interface. Now in the back of the interface there's two ports. And port number one is the smaller port here, and that's going to be plugging in for our power source. Okay, so you're just going to plug in your power source right into that particular cable. Now the longer cable is going to go up to your radar detector. And well, let me go back to this. Let me give you a little tip about this interface. Okay, if you're going to be using the Escort Live direct wire, it's going to come with some sticky tape. Do me a favor, you're going to like this a lot later on when you try to take it off. take that sticky tape off and get yourself some industrial Velcro and replace that. And now what makes it real easy for you to remove this from your vehicle, if you have any service done to it, if you sell your vehicle, you don't need to be getting screwdrivers and pliers and pry it all off. You just, with the industrial Velcro, it makes it real easy. Now, coming along the frame, now the longer wire, you're gonna wanna run it up your door frame here. And I've already done that, but I'm gonna just, pull that out a little bit so you can see. You can see here I got the cable, and it just runs right upside the door frame. Look how easy this is, guys. You just tuck that right in there. Now, then you're going to go up in your headliner up here, and you're going to install the cable in your headliner. Now, here we have the end of the radar, the line. Now, this is the second cable, and this is the part that gets installed into your radar detector. So you just look for that port. This is an RJ12. You just plug it into your radar detector, and then depending on what mount you're using, you just slide that mount in. Now, pretty much you're done. Again, we still have to hook up this interface, and right here, I'm going to ask the cameraman. We see whether we have the cables here. Here's our cable, and then we have our radar detector cable that goes right in here. Now, so we have our Escort Live. Again, here's the one that's going from the power, and that's the one going to radar detector. Now, because we used industrial Velcro, we just need to, and it's all installed. Now, you already heard a beep because I have my key on. Guys, this literally takes about 5 to 10 minutes to do, as long as you have the right parts to do it with. And again, just kind of review some of the things you're going to want to do. First is go get your manual. Go through your manual, please, please, please. It's going to make your job a lot more easier to find out exactly what fuses you need, where your fuse box is. Secondly, go out and get yourself the ATA circuit. These are available just on radarbusters.com, but just to save yourself some money, just go to any automotive store that's in your particular area, an AutoZone, whatever, and they'll have those in stock, and make sure you get the applicable fuses. And just, take your time and put this in. Now, guys, if you have any particular questions about installing a radar detector, what radar detector to buy, anything to do with radar detectors, speed countermeasure devices, you can go to my website, radardetector.org, and I got a full 49-page buyer's guide. It's free. You could download it, and it also has some coupons in there, guys, where you can actually get 10% off on a lot of the radar detectors and other accessories, laser jammers and such. Now, another favor I'm going to ask from you, if you do enjoy this video, please share the love. Underneath this video, you're going to see the Facebook share buttons, the Twitter buttons. Please share the love. Make a comment if you have any questions. If you do have any questions, just email me direct at radarroy@radardetector.org. Hey, remember, guys, please drive safe and drive smart. This is Radar Roy from radardetector.org. Thank you for watching. You have a great day.